This strange belief, this stupid belief that you need to somehow control what you can't even know is coming, is said to derive from certain steps which never reach consciousness. So you can never even be consciously aware of the elements that provide for you the inevitable sensation of needing to control the unknown that comes accompanied with entertaining and diving yourself into illusions. Your fantasy land is not fit for children. Your fantasy land is not as PG as you thought it is. Your fantasy land is not as safe and harmless as you've always imagined it to be. It's actually the only thing that can be attributed, that your detriment can be attributed to. You've been killing yourself, thinking that you're keeping yourself alive, entertaining pictures of what you never wanted to see in the physical until it arrives. And I'm not even trying to rhyme. I'm just talking about the things that we do all the time. First, it's ushered in by the belief that there are forces to be overcome to be alive at all. Why do you tend to what you eat? Why do you build a workout regimen? Why do you study truth? Most people, if they were honest, do things like this for the same reason that they submit themselves to religious organizations, in groups of organized bodies of thought. It's out of a fear that what they think they know may lead them to a dead end. And there's a group of people who say that they know the way to get to where they think they know. And it's always easier to put a dependency on somebody else who's pretending to know what you can only know for yourself. Some of us are only studying truth because we want to manipulate the information intellectually so that we can go out and obtain riches and get acknowledged by the people who've overlooked us for not having. Some of us only want the information to go back and tell other people who think that they know so that we can become the voice of influence that we never thought they should have been. Some of us are only studying truth because we think we're supposed to. We think if we don't, there's a consequence. We think if we don't, there's a force that will overtake us and lead us to our detriment or demise. We think that there's a force that won't bestow us with gifts and blessings, even though you were given the biggest gift that you were ever given in the supernatural, which was the gift of life, before you ever tried to do anything to give acknowledgement and recognition back to the one who extended the gift. But again, these erroneous beliefs all fall on us inside of the complex mazes of our illusionary worlds that we think are harmless, that we retreat to when the world gets cold. Next, it seems as if these forces can be held at bay only by an inflated sense of self, a sense of self. What is a sense of self other than a vain imagination? What is a sense of self other than a picture of self? What is self, sense of self, other than a picture? So you're telling me that we get it in our head that the only way to keep at bay the forces that are trying to oppose against us is to inflate the image of ourselves to the point that what was willing to attack us is now cowering in fear over how big you appear to be, how strong you say you are. The English language is not intimidating. There is not a set of words that you can learn. There's not a body mannerism. There's not a facial expression tough enough for you to get fear to be afraid of you. Pretending they never saved nobody. You acting like you have it together has never gotten it together. You pretending to be okay has never made you feel better. It just got other people that you wanted to support you and not feeling okay to leave you alone. And it's little stuff like that that shows you how easily we can be set against ourselves and how our emotions oftentimes cause us to turn the dagger that we intend to extend outward, inward. Because how is it that you felt so bad that you wanted other people to be there for you, but when other people came to be there for you, you lied and pushed them away and caused for them to be conflicted in their next attempt to be there for you? You needed the narrative to be 100% right so that you can say, see, I told you so. So as you said, nobody is here for me. Don't nobody be there for me. Don't nobody understand me. You said that to the very people who had been there for you. And some of them had the maturity to overlook what you said, but some of them did not. And some of them that had the maturity to overlook what you said, you disconnected to out of shame and embarrassment of what you had said and how you had misrepresented yourself and misidentified their intentions. And rather than you double back and accept accountability, you just found a way to discredit them for something else.